So Hunter Green put out a statement himself because he wanted the fans to hear his side of everything because obviously there's a lot of information being put out there. He's, obviously getting surgery and he's going to be out till July. And a lot of people are upset. A lot of people are upset because they believed he could have done this last December and this could have not impacted this upcoming season in the slightest. He says, I wanted you to hear directly from me on this. I'm going to have a small procedure on Wednesday to clean up some bone spores in my right elbow. The discomfort was there down the stretch last year, but because of our push to get to the playoffs was so important, I recognized the moment and pushed through it like any other player would. Love the exclamation point, by the way. Really trying to say, hey, it's not my fault type concept. Our medical staff did a great job treating my symptoms as best as they could throughout that time, trying to ensure relief going into each start. At the end of the season, I stayed back in LA to get an MRI done on my right elbow. Thankfully, my UCL was found to be in great shape. That's why my velocity has never changed. The MRI did find small fragments of bone spores, and standard treatment was recommended. I felt no discomfort in the coming days as I started my off-season throwing program. I felt great. However, the pain returned as I got close to the start of camp, and I began throwing harder and manipulating pitches more. The irritation in my elbow is affecting my ability to finish and execute pitches without a sharp stabbing pain. I simply need to have the bone spores removed. All I do is play the game I love and compete with my brothers as we take on the 2026 season. But it's important that this procedure takes place now instead of trying to pitch throughout it. Not be sharp on the mound and risk further injury. Trust me, nobody's more frustrated than I am. I still have a lot I want to accomplish for this team and this city. Getting to the playoffs was one of the goals last year, and this year's goal is to go much farther. The team is excited and talent group that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. See you at the park soon, Hunter Green. I think it was a good statement. I think that was a good statement. I think, it was a statement where anyone who is very upset about Hunter Green getting this surgery done and is upset with how everything went about will still be upset and still be angry and still have a lot of hatred for him for it. I don't think that this really changes anyone's point of view who is very upset about the Hunter Green situation. But I think for those who are on the fence, those who are kind of going back and forth whether or not, they're like, well, it is what it is, or I can't believe he didn't get this done earlier. I can't believe he waited for this. They're going to definitely be, probably on his side here. So I don't really think this statement was created or made for someone who is just absolutely livid with him right now. And I think for those people who are kind of like, hey, it is what it is type mentality, I think this was a good statement for those people. My personal opinion on this is, I still feel he should have got it done before, but I've already come to grips with everything, I've come to terms with everything and how everything is going to happen. So at the end of the day, I guess we'll see where everything works out. So anyway, Trey Hendrickson just signed with the Ravens. So as I'm making this video, that's the thing. That is a thing. 4 years, $112 million. Hold up. How much is that a year? 28 a year. All right. Well, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.